Greetings. I hope you and yours are doing well today, wherever you might be listening to this from. Now, the topic for today that I want to talk about is the Area 51 raid that many have been talking about on the internet for the past few weeks. Now, I came across it through the memes I saw on Facebook with a lot of my friends that were posting it. And it was funny. It made me laugh with some of the creative ideas that they're coming out with. But I'm somebody that has been researching these things for quite a while now, and I would say that there's always an agenda behind everything, right? Anything that's being promoted by the mainstream news, celebrities, all the big time YouTubers, if anything that's being promoted, that means it's usually like some kind of psychological operation where they're conditioning people to move in a certain direction, right? So, when something's too good to be true, it usually is. And, with the way things are going right now, and I guess they want everybody to have that unity consciousness mindset about seeing beings that have already been walking amongst you for thousands of years, but they never revealed themselves to you because the human mind was never ready to perceive them. And all the holy scriptures and all the holy text of whatever religious book that you read talks about these beings, right? So they could be jinns, they could be other type of entities, archons, whatever you want to call them, or aliens, the way people are describing it now. So I would say that there's a mindset where they're making everybody accepting of the fact that you are accepting to see these beings. So they're basically programming everybody on being able to accept and see these things, right? And maybe there's a financial reason behind it too, by the people at Lincoln County in Nevada. Maybe they want to make it like a music rave festival type of gathering where the people that go to these type of gatherings, the rave gatherings, they bring their entourages to that area and everybody makes money. So I guess there's a financial aspect behind it too, by the people that are behind it. And there's also a unity consciousness aspect, because there are other beings here walking amongst you, even in the guise of human beings, that if everybody consciously agrees that they won't judge them and they'll see them for who they are, then maybe you're all being programmed to do so. Because right now the human race, we're judging one another regardless on what we look like and where we come from. So in order to see these beings, you have to be on a unity consciousness mindset. Now, it's funny they're talking about Area 51, and they're pumping it and they're pushing this place, but they're never talking about places like Dulce, New Mexico, where they do have an underground base. And there have been proven like stories about whistleblowers that came out that talked about alien human hybrids there, and all these different floors of security, and everyone's being experimented on there. So the place that actually needs to be talked about, nobody's talking about it. Like all these, different national parks across America where families and people, they just disappear, and they don't talk about the entities that are roaming those parks. They don't talk about Dulce, New Mexico, the underground base where all those things that supposedly Area 51 has, it's actually there. So, and whoever came out about Area 51, such as Bob Lazar or all those other people, they never mentioned those things. So if you want to really listen to somebody for real about Dulce, New Mexico, and the things that you're really expecting at Area 51, but they're at other underground bases across America, then you need to listen to Phil Schneider. Now, Phil Schneider was part of I think a U.S. Army Delta Force team, and I guess the humans had a war with these beings, and he was able to escape, but eventually he did end up paying a price for him being a whistleblower. So I would look up Phil Schneider, his interviews about Dulce, and how that place is still in existence today, with many of these things that all the Area 51 memes talk about. And it's people try to make it funny, but it's actually really serious stuff. So I would say that right now everybody's basically being conditioned for the post 2020 and 2021 world, where these entities will start revealing themselves to you, because it's the beginning of a new spiritual cycle. You could call it Kali Yuga or the Age of Aquarius, but everybody is subconsciously connected with one another. So, and that's what the whole 2012 thing was about. But that was the Gregorian calendar 2012, so, which was way off. So, and what they meant by the whole 2012 thing, that humans will be in a unity consciousness mindset. And we are right now with the internet, and how it has made the world a smaller place. And like the things that you think about, even though you never tell nobody, it comes up on your news feed on Facebook and YouTube. So the world is in fact changing in many ways, and that's what they meant by the I guess the unity consciousness, the minds that we're trying to tell people, and how all these topics about aliens and interacting with other beings, it's being pushed right now. Because if there was anything that was really serious about it, the powers that be wouldn't allow it to. So the thing that you have is, you have that, and then you have I guess the Ethiopian calendar, I believe, is their 2012 is starting now. So I would say the real 2012, or this unity consciousness mindset coming online, is actually 2020 into 2021, because I believe it was it's 8 years between 2012 and 2020, and 8 in the numerology point of view is the cycle of completion. You turn that sideways, it's the infinity sign. Now, there was I think a picture of Donald Trump at the Arlington Cemetery not too long ago. He was at the cemetery that had the infinity symbol, which symbolizes the 8-year gap and between 2012 and 2020. It could mean something else too, but they put these hints out there for you to limit their karmic debt, because they basically are telling you, you're just not able to perceive it. So you have that. And 2020, if you add up like the numerology point of view, it's 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 is 4. And anybody with 2020 vision that wears glasses is called Four Eyes. Now you have this year, 2019, is 12 when you add it up. And you have Tom Brady that won the Super Bowl, right, at number 12. And then the score was 313, I believe. And 13 times 3 is like 39 or something. And you add that up, it's like 3 plus 9 is 12. So everything is kind of linked, and everything is programmed in advance, and is done by the numbers. So it's basic practice of gematria and different types of occult knowledge that they're preparing people for. Now you also have Hideo Kojima is putting a game out there like that. Now 17 years ago in 2002, when he released Metal Gear Solid 2, he was warning the American people about the AI that runs everything, and that's how it's going to be in the future. And that's how it is now, where even your thoughts are not safe. Everything is being monitored to a certain extent, including what's being pushed and what's being suppressed, and all the algorithms that are out there. And now he's releasing a game called Death Stranding, and it shows like a post-apocalyptic world where humans are trying to save themselves from these different entities that are out to get them. And now you have all these alien videos that are getting pushed on the internet, on the mainstream news. But they're not talking about places that are actually real, like people disappearing at national parks, and Phil Schneider, the Dulce, New Mexico base, and all these other things that are going on. So please have that discernment, right? I mean, I'm not the one with all the answers. I'm searching and learning about life just like any of you. So we can agree to disagree, and that's the reason why I disable the comments and the ratings, because most people out here in the world are just here to hate, right? They're just antagonizing each other. They find it easier to hate, but I will tell you that it's much easier to love one another and put your differences aside, regardless of who you are and what you come from. And I do put my email out there, so if any of you do want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me. But the trolls won't reach out, because on YouTube they hide behind certain usernames. But if they email me, then they can be found out who they are through their email. and they might be somebody that's hiding behind a professional cover in society, but they're just antagonizing people on the internet. That's why a shout out to Mark Passio from my local Philadelphia area. That I like the way he does things, because he does the same on his YouTube. He disables the comments and the ratings, because most people, or the bots or trolls that are out there, they're just there to antagonize people. And I tell people that if you got to shut these people down and have an agenda of loving one another, and don't let these different psyops try to divide you in any way. If you have a unity consciousness mindset of loving one another and respecting one another, then whether it's aliens getting pushed this year and something else getting pushed next year, you'll be in a mindset where you will be universally respected by all beings. If you learn to respect yourself, others, the world around you, and make sure your local communities are not filled with trash and people are treating the parks with respect and picking up their trash and respecting one another. So I would say, if you want others to respect you, whether it's other humans or other possible beings that exist on another planet, first you need to clean up your own house first. That includes your own world and your own community and your own people. So don't let any of these different psyops divert your attention, because you see, like, all these different distractions come out when there's the Epstein case and all these different laws that are being passed against people. So all this stuff comes out then, and Americans have a short attention span. They trust that same news that was not too long ago was pushing the anthrax lies about Iraq, and there was nothing there, and thousands of U.S. soldiers died, millions of civilians got killed, families on both sides got destroyed and had their lives changed, so leaders like Cheney and other people could make $1 billion, and then you're putting your trust in these same people. I might not be a Trump fan, but I can agree with him on that aspect, that the news are full of liars and collaborators, and they are pushing that Area 51 thing too. So just hear it from this ear and out the other, and focus instead of focusing on aliens. First focus on loving yourself and eliminating the division in your society, and helping and reaching out to the people in your community that need any kind of assistance, such as job or applying for college or applying for this or applying for that. And once you all come together, then everybody will start respecting you, including the beings that are possibly out here. So please love yourself, love others, and fix your own house first before you focus on anything else. So I hope you have a great day. I thank you for watching my video and my channel. And if you have any questions or comments, or would like to engage in a conversation, please email me. And if you don't agree with me, I love you too. You take care of yourself. All right.